2025 marks 30 years since the abduction of news anchor Jodi Huisentruit. The 27-year-old from Long Prairie never showed up for her morning shift at KIMT in Mason City, Iowa. And as all of you know, her case remains open and unsolved. Why are we talking about it? Well, because today a documentary looking into her disappearance premiered on Hulu, big platform. And Morgan talked to the filmmaker and an investigator about where Jodi's case stands right now.
The Mason City Police receives a phone call from KIMT to do a welfare check on Jodi.
30 years since the nation first heard Jodi Huisentrut's name. Now, a new documentary produced by a Minnesotan is revisiting her case. The Long Prairie native was a morning news anchor in Mason City, Iowa, when she vanished June 27, 1995.
It's just a long time coming, I think, to get these new details out about her case.
Maria Oz is the executive producer behind the three-part series on Hulu. Her team follows a tip that they received from one of Jodi's high school friends.
You know that burning gut feeling that you get? I couldn't let it go.
The crew follows Mason City Police as they investigate the tip, leading them to a search that we reported on last fall in Winsted that did not find any human remains.
I think it's just a really authentic look at what it takes to investigate a case. You know, it's just not cut and dried. It's not black and white.
Do you think it was really your mission to bring people up to speed on today?
You know, I think they have put information out there, but there's always more that's been held back.
Everything but the same person talked with Gary Peterson, who co-founded Find Jodi. He was a journalist at KAL in Austin, and he interviewed somebody, the same person, 18 years ago. And she told him she'd already been to police.
Caroline Lowe, a longtime investigative reporter in the Twin Cities, has covered this case for 28 years. She's a part of Find Jodi, a group created by another Minnesota journalist in 2003. They have chased down their own tips over the years, including some mentioned in the documentary.
We've seen that in a number of other cases where years later it's somebody whose name may have surfaced early but not been a prime person of interest. Easily that could be the case with Jodi.
We also talk about another newer person of interest who is a presumed serial killer who sort of comes into the mix, again, as a result of a tip that's been revived for good reason.
Chris Revac had a girlfriend that was living in Mason City in 1995, which is exactly the same year that Jodi Huisentrut went missing.
It's not the first documentary on Jodi, but it reignites a story that's never stopped leaving its mark. Caroline believes in keeping an open mind, determined to see this case close one day and see Jodi's family find resolution.
Jodi's family most of all needs it, but I think the rest of us need it as well. Back to Jacob, I didn't think Jacob would be found. And when that happened 9 years ago, that gave me the hope I have for Jodi.
But I think we always think somebody knows something, right? Because how do you keep that secret and how do you keep it for 30 years?
All good questions. Hard to believe Jodi would have been 57 years old. Her birthday would have been last month. You can stream that show. It's called Her Last Broadcast, The Abduction of Jodi Huisentrut. It's on Hulu. It's on there tonight. We'll be right back.